All right, folks, I think we've waited long enough. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to this very special edition of the Met Section Special Awards Ceremony. As you know, 2020 has been a wild year. This is going to be an interesting version of the ceremony. I am in a hotel room in Oregon, so could be the first time someone has emceed an event for the Met Section from an entirely different section, but I think we're all pioneers this year, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So a couple quick things to get to before we head into our award winners. First of all, I want to thank the Special Awards Committee and all the work they've done to help determine these 13 great professionals in the section that you're going to hear more about later on in the program. It's not easy. I will be very honest. I think the Met section is chock full of some of the absolute best talent in the country. It's very difficult to decide on who receives these awards. It's not an easy process. So I thank the past presidents of the Met section who make up the committee for their dedication to the process. And we've got some really fantastic professionals to celebrate here tonight. I also want to say a quick thank you to the Met section staff. I know they don't want me to say this, but we are so blessed to have the men and women in the Met PGA office who work for us so tirelessly. This year, as we know, has thrown us a lot of curveballs. They have hit every one of them out of the park. They have adapted and transformed and brought us an incredible year in what was a very challenging year. And there were silver linings for golf. I think some of us had our own share of challenges early on, but the sport has thrived, and that's in large part due to the talent that you're about to see later tonight. We've got 12 professionals who are truly silver linings in our section, and that's saying a lot. So without further ado, what I would like to do is move right into this program. We've got a lot of content, and again, thank you to the staff. You're going to see some great video elements that we have not had in the past. Ideally, we would be in person and doing this together and standing and clapping and supporting each other, but Zoom is going to have to do. We've got the next best thing here with this production tonight, so I hope you all really enjoy this. My name is Brian Kroll. I'm going to be the MC, and I'm going to try and move us through a very exciting program. So thank you all for joining us, and let's get things underway. We're going to start with our 2020 Women's Player of the Year. And again, so many great, talented players in the Met section, but this one has stood above the rest. And our winner here is Jessica Dixon. And Jessica plays out of Innis Arden Golf Club, and she has been the recipient of the Women's Player of the Year since 2016. So this is not new for Jessica. But this is another example of why she is absolutely perfect for this award. She's a great teacher, a great player, and a great representative of what a PGA professional is supposed to be. But let me tell you, the clubs can do the talking. Let's take a look at a little bit more about Jessica.
Well, I can't describe her in one word, but I will give you two words. She's all in. As a PGA professional, as a player, as a teacher, she does everything that it takes to be a great professional. She's always happy. She's happy to be here. She's happy to teach. When she's not teaching, she actively takes part in the whole operation. So from running tournaments to actually merchandising in the shop, to taking care of any kind of member requests, you know, she's amazing at it.
I think the thing that amazes me the most about Jessica, one, the attitude for sure. I mean, never seen her frown, never seen her upset, always very happy, very outgoing. But she's one of the few professionals that I've ever seen that really relates from children to teenagers to 25-year-olds to 30, 40-year-olds to senior members. And with every one of them, she's phenomenally well liked, well loved, and just does everything right.
Nice ball, perfect.
Well, she practices as much as she can, although she's pretty much teaching 8 hours a day. So she'll do early morning practices, come over here and putt, hit some balls, She'll play after work. She'll play after work with the members, which is part of what we've always done here at Innis Arden. It's a great thing to do, and the members enjoy it. So we get enough reps in that way. This year, obviously, with COVID, was a little different. We didn't host a pro lady tournament, which we do normally. So we didn't have, she would play once every 2 weeks in that. But she did her best just to get out and practice and play as much as she could. And like everyone else, we're so busy. This season, lessons are up 20%, rounds are up 25%, and she did everything she could.
That's just amazing. I mean, I've had the privilege to play with her quite a bit. I'm 11-time club champion here. I've never beat her. We play from the same tee. She hits it by me. She's very good, well-rounded player, and she deserves Player of the Year because she's able to prepare herself so well for tournaments. And when she gets there, she does very, very well.
We're gonna miss her. 7 years ago, I got lucky and found her, and she turned into a superstar in all aspects of being a professional.
We're gonna miss her tremendously at Innis Arden. Wish her and Sarah the best down in Naples, Florida, and hopefully we'll come see her soon.
I felt a lot of appreciation for the membership here at Innis Arden. As my time winds down, I realize I can look back and think about how much support that they have provided, how flexible they have been and encouraging throughout my tenure here, allowing me to go and play in tournaments, constantly supporting me, following along. Some members have even caddied for me in events or spectated, and their unwavering support has meant so much to my time here at Innis Arden and has encouraged me and motivated me to want to play that much better for Innis Arden and the membership. So over the last 7 years, Jay Hill and Titleist Larry Ballarado with FootJoy have been so supportive of me and of my endeavors, and are always there with top equipment, and I couldn't appreciate them anymore. You don't win Player of the Year on your own. It's a team around you. It is your membership at your club. It is your equipment company, Titleist and FootJoy. It's Under Armour. It is certainly the support here at home, my second home, Innis Arden Golf Club, and Gary Murphy, the head pro, has been so encouraging, allowing me to play in tournaments, always willing to help me out when I need him to take a second look at things. Caddied in one of the stroke plays a number of years ago, and he's always been a big support to me throughout my time here. And my biggest support is my loving wife, Sarah Dixon, who has always been by my side, has been motivating, and always pushed me to want to be better.
That was a great example of why Jessica is not just Player of the Year, but in 7 years here in the Met section has established herself as a legend here. She's an incredible player and just an incredible person. And we do wish her and her wife, Sarah Dixon, also a former professional here in the Met section, all the best. Sarah has been appointed as the new PGA head golf professional at the Wilderness Country Club in Naples, Florida. So we wish both of you ladies the very best. And as far as we're concerned, you're always on the Met section team. So you may be in Florida, but you're here in our hearts in the Met section as well. And a big thank you as well to Innis Arden. The culture of playing and competing has always been very strongly upheld at Innis Arden, and Gary Murphy and the whole membership there do such a great job. They annually host a Pro-Am in memory of former Met PGA president and legend William A. Mitchell. So Innis Arden, one of the great clubs in the section that truly gets it, and we thank that club for their generosity. So let's move from one legend to a couple others. We're now going to honor the Players of the Year in the men's division. And we're going to mention two names here for one reason. In 2019, Danny Balin, who was just an absolute terror on the golf course. This man just tore it up and did some incredible things, and deservedly was our Player of the Year for the Met section in 2019. But based on our inability to congregate with the pandemic, we were unable to gather and celebrate Danny's success, but we're going to celebrate it here tonight. And keep it up, Danny, man. You are doing some great things, and we're going to see much more of you in this category going forward. However, edging you out in 2020 was Jason Caron. And Jason of the Mill River Club just had a phenomenal season. And when you talk about the Met section, you talk about truly the best players in the country. And for these two guys to stand out in this section means you're talking about the best of the best. And both of them were representing us in the PGA Championship, and also Danny celebrated our playing ability by being in the US Open at Winged Foot this year also. So congratulations to both players, and we will get back to you very, very soon. We're going to move on to Merchandiser of the Year. It's not just teaching, it's not just playing. The business side of the game is very important as well, and we know that. Merchandiser of the Year in the private category goes to Nick Yawn of Brayburn. And again, Nick, one of those professionals who has excelled as a businessman. He's excelled on the retail side of things, the customer service side of things. The PGA honors PGA professionals in two categories, private and public. In the private category, it's all about Nick Yawn. Let's learn a little bit more about this great pro from Brayburn Country Club.
If I could describe Nick in one word, it would be a hard answer because there are a lot of words that describe Nick. But one word, awesome, because he is just a fantastic human being. He's a great golf pro, he's a great friend, he's a great merchandiser, hence the award. But he's just all around a fantastic person, so I use the word awesome.
I would definitely call him a leader. Just the way he talks to everybody, the way he kind of, his persona. With everyone and around everyone. He talks to everybody great. He has a great way with words, and he's a great leader. I mean, he's taken my career to new heights, so it's been awesome working for him.
Definitely loyal. His whole entire atmosphere that he kind of embodies is just a family environment, including, you know, us employees and definitely the membership. It's just a big family environment. He's always looking for the best interest out of us and our membership.
Passionate. There's nothing that he isn't really willing to do for his job. He's always going above and beyond, and even if it isn't necessary, he just, you know, wants people to know that, okay, we did something special here at Brayburn, or there's something memorable that some guest that always takes away from the club.
The first thing that comes to mind is he's thoughtful. And I mean this in the context that he would think of his staff and the membership sometimes in front of or before himself. And I find this to be an extremely rare quality. He would always find ways to take care of us as a staff or find ways to make our lives easier working at the club. And I know this trickled down and translated into the membership. Anytime Nick interacted with the members, they would feel this, that he would take care of them at all costs.
Obviously, I'm honored to be winning this award, but the truth is, it's my team. My team deserves the recognition for it. My name will be on the award, but they're the ones that, at the end of the day, make my membership happy, and they're on the floor moreover than I could ever be. So I'm just an extension of them. So I'm super proud to receive this award, but I could never do anything like this without all of their assistance.
I think that Nick and his team are the best in the business, and again, I have no reason to think that this isn't a deserved award. Clearly, he does a fantastic job. His team does a fantastic job. We have, I think, one of the best apparel shops in the business, and everybody loves it. That's why he does well. But yeah, he's fantastic.
It's totally teamwork. We all work together. We're like a family here. We all rely on one another, and if someone can't carry all the weight, we take care of one another.
There's really nothing that we really face as a team that we can't overcome. Obviously, a big part is what he does, but he entrusts a lot of us to just get the job done, and we've just kind of built around that.
Our pro shop, you know, we sell a lot of clothes. We sell, obviously, to our members. We see a lot of the same people every day, so all the accessories and things that do go off the shelves. It shows that, you know, a lot of our members support us and support what we do, and I guess we're doing a pretty good job at it, so it means a lot for all of us.
The members really like what we carry, and if they request something, I'm more than happy to bring a few pieces from that line to make everybody happy. It's tough, but I like it.
Nick is a boss. He has been there for me through thick and thin, over and over. It's been great working for him and kind of seeing where my career can go. He's been supportive for me to play. It's shown that working for him, my game has actually gotten better. So for me and my career, my whole life, everything has gotten better working for Nick Young. So I can't say enough good things about him. It's been fun.
He's probably just about the best head pro anybody could ask for. I think all of our members at Braeburn would attest to that.
It's definitely a family atmosphere, and we're definitely ecstatic for him. A win for him is a win for all of us in our book, and definitely our membership. We're happy to provide such great service to them. So like I said, it's a win for all of us. We're ecstatic to be awarded that achievement.
He has done this for over 10 years, and he has really thrived in this environment. Not many people know this about him, but he is an extreme elite businessman. He's very business-minded, and he runs a golf shop with ease. And I find or think that when people run something like this, whether they're teaching or playing, and they're able to execute it with a sense of ease, that they have mastered it. They have it down. And that's what Nick has, and he's been doing this with the membership in mind at Braeburn Country Club for quite a long while. So Nick, congratulations. Could not be happier for you.
I want to thank everybody here at the club, my membership. My membership's been phenomenal. My 11th year now. It's hard to believe. I got the job when I was young. Now I'm turning gray, but they've supported me every year. They never let me fail, and I'm nothing without Braeburn, so I want to thank everybody at the club. Obviously my wife for understanding our crazy schedule, being a part of our program, basically running all of the buying. All the assistants I've had throughout the years, starting from Adrian Pons, TJ Paulino, all the way up through Tim Gaskin, Drew Billard, now Chris Paulino, his younger brother, Dylan Newman, the list goes on and on. I can't thank each one of them enough for all they've done for me. Steve Vando, the first general manager I ever worked for, Stuart O'Connor, my current general manager. John Racklin's been my golf chair every year I've been here at the club, and all of the past presidents from Michael Barish, Len Schindel, Paul Friedman, Tab Rosenfeld, my current president, for all giving me the platform. And arguably the most important person at the club for me, George Lopez, my starter. He keeps everybody flowing through the doors steadily, so I'd be lost without George. Again, complete team effort. I'm thrilled to be getting the award, but I owe everything to them. I'd also love to thank my mother and father. I lean on them for everything. They've always been there for me every step of the way, whether it be coming up through high school, saving all their money for me to play in junior golf tournaments, and obviously a lot of the fellow pros know my father. He caddies for me in the major events here, so I can't thank them enough for everything they've always done for me.
Incredible job, Nick. I'll tell you what, it's so clear that we've got a professional here that really knows the value of everyone around him, and there's no I in team, but there is an I in Nick, and this kid is a rock star, and I know we're going to see a lot from him at awards nights in coming years. So congratulations, Nick, and congratulations to the whole team there at Braeburn. By the way, they have been one of those clubs here in our section with just a tremendous atmosphere. And a lot of that is thanks to Nick, but a lot of that is the membership. They get it. And Braeburn was very kind and helped us get back to golf. And Nick and Braeburn, we can't thank you enough for restarting our season back in July and helping us through the COVID-19 scenario. That back to golf event meant a lot to us. So we really appreciate that. We're going to stay in the Merchandiser of the Year category and move from private into public. And we know the importance of the business side of golf. And here is another man who certainly understands how to get the most out of retail and the most out of customer service. In the public category, we're going to move to Steve Fetter of Poxabog Country Club. And let's head way out to the east end of Long Island and find out a little bit more about Mr. Fetter.
One word that describes Steve, I would say, is hardworking. He is one of the most hardworking PGA professionals that I've ever worked with. He never takes a day off. He's there from sunup to sundown, and he has an incredibly great attitude throughout the day. Even if people are yelling at him, even if things are going bad, he's able to keep an even keel, and I really admire him for that.
Steve Fetter, in one word, I'm going to go with the phrase. That phrase would be, what you see is what you get. I've known Steve for probably 25 plus years now in the golf business. Been a great friend, but the thing with him is he doesn't pull any punches. If he does have an issue with you, he's going to let you know, honest, fair, does everything with integrity, and just a great all-around guy. Like I said, I've either worked for him or with him for a number of years, and all-around great guy.
I think Steve is very deserving of this award. I know that he, in the past, has been awarded Fitter of the Year, and he's become full circle golf shop, from apparel to club fitting to special orders to ensuring that everything is fully stocked. We run a really busy place over there, and things are constantly moving out of the shop, and he's able to coordinate everybody's schedule so that he's able to really keep a fully stocked pro shop. So kudos to him.
For Merchandiser of the Year in the public sector, they took a facility that was kind of run down, kind of neglected, and they just did an about 180 with the place. Put a lot of time, money, investment into the pro shop, totally changed it around. When we first started there, we had a number of people just say even, don't even bother carrying any women's clothes. No one's going to buy. No one's going to, just carry the minimum. They don't buy here. Yada yada yada. And he saw things very, very differently. Both he and Laura, they both do a fantastic job in buying merchandise. Now we have a nice, really great ladies department. We have, they come in not just for golf clothing, for casual clothing too. Between that, the junior program that we run there, it's growing leaps and bounds every year. Just gets bigger and better. A fantastic club fitter. He's great with the merchandise and getting people fit for the right equipment. So I think all those factors kind of put together really qualify him for Merchandiser of the Year.
I think Steve is a perfect representation of our team at Poxabog, headed up by Laura Vecchio, our general manager. They work tirelessly from sunup to sundown every day, and I think that one piece of the puzzle taken out and the place really would not work as clean as it does. They put many hours in, and I think that the community is really getting behind Poxabog. They've really improved the entire facility, and people are really starting to come and really enjoy being out in the Hamptons and playing golf and practicing on their game at Poxabog. Especially what we went through in the pandemic, there's nobody more deserving of being the Merchandiser of the Year than Steve Fetter and his team. We worked many hours, and we're happy to have him be awarded for this great award.
Good evening, fellow members and colleagues. Of course, I want to thank the Met section of the PGA for awarding me this great honor. After 25 years as a PGA member, I feel privileged receiving this award. However, I can't take all of this recognition. It would not have been possible to accomplish any of our successes in our junior programs, our always improving merchandising and sales programs, and the services to our community, without my partner and general manager, Laura Vecchio. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week really make this facility what it has become today. Additionally, our staff, PGA members Joe Munzer and Rob Corcoran, along with Parker Weaver, have shined a positive light on our business, providing excellent instruction, equipment knowledge, and club fitting expertise. I can't thank them enough. As you know, we can't do business without our vendors. I'd like to thank all of those who supported our junior programs, including Paul Didi from Titleist, Dave Brockmarkle from Ping, and Jerry McGoey, formerly from Callaway. They were all a big help. Our business has grown and continues to thrive due to our never-ending pursuit to do it better. Thank you again, to all of those who supported me in receiving this award.
Congratulations, Steve. Great job, my friend. A reminder to all of us that both Steve and Nick excelling in that side of the business, but that retail space and that impact that merchandise can make for a membership can grow excitement at a facility. It's been a fantastic transformation that Steve has directed at Poxabog, and I just want to congratulate him again for incredible work. Also, a quick note here that more than 200 people have been watching tonight's program. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in and being a part of this virtual award ceremony. I hope you're enjoying the action, and there is much more to come. Speaking of transformations, this next award is the Player Development Award, and this is awarded to a professional who helps to transform new talent into golf. And it's exciting what Paul Salvaggio of Westchester Country Club has done. It's designed, this award, to recognize a PGA professional for extraordinary and exemplary contributions and achievements in the area of player development. This award considers the PGA professional's growth of the game leadership commitment at the section and at the national level. And also it sort of celebrates the overall impact that a professional has had on a facility. And let me tell you, Paul Salvaggio is a sharp kid who is doing some great things. He's exciting people about our sport. Let's take a closer look at Paul Salvaggio.
Paul is very passionate about golf and about golf instruction and about player development. He's dedicated his entire professional life with that passion, and it's unbelievable to see the improvement of him from a teenager to now one of the best professionals in the Met section.
I would say patient, because golf's like such a hard sport to play, and with every student you get a different mentality, different way that they go about their game. And for me, I'm a perfectionist, and Paul has really helped me to learn to be patient with my golf game, my golf swing, the process of what goes into being a good golfer. And that has helped me to improve my game tremendously over the past year and a half. And if it weren't for his patience, I don't think I'd be playing the way I am or performing the way I am now.
Paul is the man. He's just great. He shows up every day. He wants everyone around him to get better. I mean, he was a huge help to me in my first year last year at Westchester, and I think he takes that mentality of just, whatever someone brings to him, he wants to make them better. And he's always a smiling face. He's always there. He's a great player in his own right, and I think a lot of players kind of strive to be more like Paul, which makes his job pretty easy, but he's very good at it.
He's smart. He really is smart. My first year here at Westchester, I've been lucky enough that my little teaching area is right next to Paul's, so we spend about 6, 7, 8 hours a day together. And I always liked Paul before I came here, but I have definitely gained a new level of respect for how good he is at what he does and how he really connects with his students and develops these great relationships with the members here at Westchester. And he's actually very, very good at what he does. It's helped me in my game this year, and it's been an asset for me to have him here.
I think when you look at junior golfers into college, that mentorship that he has with them is unbelievable, and what he does for those kids, whether not just golf instruction, but going out and playing golf and mentoring them on helping them out with colleges, helping them out with school, going back on his past experiences as a junior golfer, as a college golfer, and now as a professional, helps those kids immensely.
He's understanding of the mental aspects of being a competitive golfer, which I think is something that's really hard to learn, especially when you're teaching so many different people. I mean, you have people who are just beginning to people like me who are trying to play on tour. His understanding of the range of abilities that there are, especially at a golf club, is something that's super important, and I think it's the reason why he's so successful, is that he's patient and understanding of the fact that not everyone's the same, and you need to be able to adapt to different people's abilities and how they process the game of golf.
I think the Player Development Award is perfect for Paul because it's not specific. It's so wide-ranging. He is great with the junior program. He's great with our ladies golf program. He's great with our men's golf program. If you look across the board, the improvement that he can make to any skill level golfer and to any demographic is pretty special.
Here's the thing about Paul. He's getting a Player Development Award and he deserves it, and he's very, very good at what he does. Like I said, Paul's a really good player. He's like a really good player. He deserves a little bit more respect in that asset of his career. He spends so much time focusing on his students and developing his students and working and creating those relationships that his playing maybe isn't as respected as it should be. But I'm really impressed with how good he is and how smart he is. Like I said, I don't trust very many people to say anything to me about my game, and I'm not saying it's a huge accomplishment for Paul, but I trust what he has to say because I've watched him all year on what he does and how intelligent and just how much he really cares about what's going on in the golf game, and it shows in his students and it shows in his teaching.
Paul definitely deserves this award. I mean, even in the short amount of time that I've worked with him, it's very clear to see what his students get out of him. And Paul really takes pride in his job, and he really, you know, again, he gets the best out of everybody, and he's got a fantastic demeanor. He takes the time, he shows up early, he stays late, he's always texting his students and seeing how they're doing, and I think a lot of that is, you know, what separates him from maybe some of the other guys in the section. He's the best, and it's fun to work with him every day. I'm very lucky to be able to do so, and the membership at Westchester's lucky, but also the entire section is lucky to have a guy like Paul on our side.
Not only have we worked together for the last 17 years, but he's become one of my best friends. And so to see him win this award is really special.
Thank you very much to the Metropolitan PGA section. I am very honored and humbled to be the 2020 recipient of the Player Development Award. I first have to thank my wife for everything she does at home to allow me to spend the hours at work, which can be long, fun days at times. I really want to thank my boss, Ben Hoffine, who I've worked for since my sophomore year in college at Waikagill. I really want to thank also the people I worked with and for at Waikagill, John Deegan, Kevin Samela, Pat Schwarz, Anna Ossiano. I also want to thank the current staff I work with. They work all day and night to prepare member events, golf shop, merchandising. If they didn't do what they did, we couldn't do what we do in terms of teaching and playing and helping others. So I think a lot of that, even at most clubs, is overlooked, and those are the people that really are the backbone of an operation. Most importantly, want to thank the Met PGA staff, especially this year. It's presented a lot of challenges for everybody, and I think the way they're handling it is unbelievable. I feel confident and comfortable going to an event. In terms of being successful in the golf business, I can't stress enough how important it is to like it and love it and be fully committed. It is a big part of my life, and I have my membership at Westchester Country Club to be very, very thankful for. It's been one of the funnest 4 years of my life. They couldn't be more supportive of everything we do, especially everything I'm doing now, and any success I have goes to them and the staff I work with. And once again, very thankful for nominating me and selecting me for this prestigious award. It means a lot to my heart. It's sort of validation for the long days, the unsuccessful days, and the good days. So I really, really appreciate it, and look forward to keeping up the good work. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Paul. And of course, working there at Westchester Country Club, just a legendary facility, not just in the Met section, but anywhere on the globe. And they have a legendary staff. And let me tell you, Paul Salvaggio he's a teacher, he's a player, he's a mentor. That is the triple threat. And he is a fantastic ambassador for us here in the Met PGA. So congratulations and thanks for growing the game and developing players. That's what it's all about. And we're going to stay on that topic, except we're going to favor the younger side of things and talk about youth player development. And our award winner in that category is Michael Sweeney of the Bridge Golf Foundation. And again, developing players, that's what it's all about. But this is a PGA professional who has gone above and beyond for the junior side of things. Let's learn a little bit more about Michael Sweeney from the Bridge.
One word I would use to describe Mike Sweeney would be intensity. Mike came to work for me as a 19-year-old intern while he was in college, and Mike worked hard on his game. Mike really reinvented his game, did everything we asked him to do, was a heck of a worker. Came back and caddied for us the following season, and I got to know him pretty well, played a lot of golf with him. And then once Mike graduated, I hired him out of college, and he did such a good job. He started on the bags outside, he worked inside for us, he ran the golf shop, he ran our junior program, which is one of my passions, and he really took what I had built in the beginning and expanded it, brought in a lot of local kids, all the local high school team, he formed a bond with them.
The word would be dedicated, and I say that because Mike is dedicated on several levels. First of all, he's dedicated to his students from the club, which is how I first came to know him. He's been here for, I guess, 15 years or so. I've lost track, but his students are devoted to him, and he's devoted to them.
It comes as no surprise to me about all of Mike's success. He's friendly, outgoing, bright, and has always had a tremendous work ethic. But probably Mike's most impressive quality is simply his enormous enthusiasm for golf. And this extends well beyond just playing and teaching, but to many different areas of the game.
Along the way, Mike developed a passion for teaching. And as he was working his own game, he was working on his own teaching game. Went down and volunteered for Jim McLean, who was my mentor, who I worked for 12 years. And Mike went down, volunteered, had no job, went anyway, paid his own rent, slept on couches, did what he had to do, and really spent 3 or 4 years developing a passion for teaching, developing his skills, and went on to become a great teacher for Jim McLean. He's my director of instruction here, as well as our director of golf at the Bridge Foundation.
But that term dedication took on a new dimension when Mike volunteered to become the director of athletics of the Bridge Golf Foundation. The Bridge Golf Foundation runs a sports-based youth development program in Harlem centered on golf, and Mike made the significant life choice that even during high season, Mike has been going to play golf with the young men on Tuesdays and Thursdays at Muni courses in and around New York, at the same time as he continues his job as Director of Instruction at the Bridge.
As far as why Mike is deserving of this award, Mike has brought a passion and intensity and real determination to the Bridge program, the junior program. He's really expanded it. One of my favorite events of the year is the Junior Club Championship, and Mike gets out and kind of leads the cheers and gets all the kids in what we call fun and games and gets them revved up. But more importantly, he's taken over the Bridge Foundation, which is Bob's Rubin passion, his project in the city, which started with 20 kids and it's now expanded to 50 kids, and Mike is overseeing the development. He's really made it a youth sports development program with golf as the vehicle, as well as academics, which Stefan Rubin, Bob Rubin's wife, has really brought up to another level. So they use the vehicle of golf to really help these kids out, not only with their golf, but also with their academics to help them succeed in all facets of life.
Mike deserves this award because he understands that even though we're all obsessed with golf in one way or another, it can't just be about golf. It has to be about something bigger than golf. And I think Mike has a significant social justice gene which has manifested itself in a major way in his work for the Bridge Golf Foundation, and he ought to be recognized for his own recognition of the fact that not only can golf be a path to a better life for these young men, but that the golf industry needs to be giving back and do a better job of inclusion than it's done up until now.
So Mike, you're very deserving of the Youth Player Development Award, and I'm so happy you're being recognized by our section. I'm very proud of you. And I want to say on behalf of everyone in the Met section that I wish you a hearty congratulations. And I also want to say, quite simply, thank you for all that you're doing.
Greetings and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow PGA members of the Metropolitan Section. Thank you to the committees and all the folks involved in putting these awards together. They mean so much to the members of this section. I am not here without the support of so many people through the years. My parents, Jeff Warren at the Bridge, Bob Rubin and Stefan Samuel, the owners of the Bridge, Chris Tolson and Jim McLean, and of course Jerry Hogg at Methodist College. But really, I'm here because of the young men and the families of the Bridge Golf Foundation in Harlem, New York, whom I now serve and who I'm so grateful for because you have all changed my life. Thank you for tuning in and have a nice night.
Thank you, Mr. Sweeney, for all you do, and just a great example of how golf is so much more than teaching junior programs. It drifts into life, and you are making such a fantastic impact on these young lives, and we can't thank you and we can't thank the Bridge and the Bridge Golf Foundation enough for doing great things. The power of golf is strong, and what a great example that was of just doing the right thing. So congratulations again to Mike Sweeney. We're going to keep that type of feeling going here as we move into our Patriot Award division. And when you talk about impact, you talk about new players, you talk about juniors, but very near and dear to our heart, especially in the Met section, is the HOPE program, which is helping our Patriots everywhere. And we have a few real standouts in this department, and one of them, without question, is Jim Smoot of Huntington Country Club. And of course, the Patriot Award is presented to a PGA pro who personifies patriotism through the game of golf and demonstrates unwavering commitment and dedication to the men and women who have valiantly served and protected the United States of America. Golf is making a difference in their lives, and it's exciting to see the power of our sport. It's also exciting to watch Jim Smoot do his thing. Here's a little bit more about Jim and Huntington Country Club.
Jim Smoot is a leader in the industry. And the fact that he is not a veteran and that he has taken this as one of his charges, I think is just admirable. And I think that not only the membership, but other clubs have taken notice, and we applaud all the time and the energy that he puts into it. And it's not just for show. It's for glow, to see their glow.
He not only is a good golfer and professional in that respect, he's a friend. He gives of himself all the time. He allows himself and his club, Huntington Country Club, to be involved with the veterans in the HOPE program, helping our Patriots everywhere.
He gives all of us inspiration. Jimmy Smoot's one of a kind. What he does for us, for the veterans, we have different disabilities, and he inspires me to be a better person and to play this game, which I never played before until I got involved with the whole program and meeting Jimmy Smoot from the very, very beginning. He's done a lot for me.
He's a great guy, hands down. Everything he's done for us has been fantastic. There's been many times where I've gone to events and, yes, how's the game going? And of course, if you have an issue, they'll be more than happy to help you out.
There you go.
It's not only the time that he puts in, but it's also the way he's channeled his expertise to teach them around their particular handicaps, right? So think about the difficulty of that and the time that is involved against the typical member who doesn't have all the physical handicap issues to come in. So he's teaching people that may have one leg, one arm. It's probably much harder to do it without your left arm than it is your right arm, and then transferring weight. That time and understanding that he's put in to develop programs, that's unbelievable.
So in a normal golf swing, we're going to shift into our left side, and we're going to have the mass to the left side of the ball. You're restricted in it, okay? So we might have to move that back a little bit so our center of mass is somewhere around where the ball is.
All of these veterans have given some. In fact, some have given all. And it's an opportunity for us as both members of the club and as and under the leadership of Jim Smoot to give back to them by honoring them, by appreciating them, and by encouraging them.
To ensure and mentor them so that they can become successful. I think those are some of the key things. He does it selflessly and without any notice, very quietly. Doing what he did this year by making sure that the veterans had a chance to play golf was just creative, phenomenal, and a real example of who he is as a pro here.
Being a patriot is kind of something internal. It's something you don't even think of. It's something that he does naturally. When a person gives of himself, sometimes it's not noticeable, but with Jimmy it is. And he's well deserving of an award like this.
It's a total honor that Jimmy Smoot will receive that award, and well deserved. It means that he goes way beyond to help us veterans on the golf course, and also if you need him, he would talk to you off the field too. He's a fantastic guy, and I'm glad to call him a friend. Never golfed before until I got involved in this program, and meeting pros like Jimmy Smoot, taking the time out, which I would never have been in this. I would never been in this situation. Never thought about ever golfing in my life really before, and it just helped me so much. I can't get enough. And once in a while, I'll have a problem on the golf course, and I'll go home and I'll text Jimmy or I'll call Jimmy, and he'll be like, "Try this, try that," and it helps my swing. We'll come down. I'll give you a quick lesson real fast. Nobody does that. He's a great guy, and we all love him.
Well, I'm very honored to be even considered for this award. I think what I do out of passion for the veterans. I think that they're well deserving. The military families are kind of left behind or not thought of at the moment, but I'm very pleased and honored, to be associated with them. I've made a lot of good friends through my journey with PGA Hope, and it's going to continue for a long time. First, I'd like to thank our Commander-in-Chief, Kelly. I think her passion is what kind of led me down this path, seeing how thankful she was and how rewarding it was to her. I kind of tagged along with her a little bit. The club, Huntington Country Club, have gotten behind everything that I've done. They've supported me 110% when we came to them and said we want to do something for the vets. They jumped right on board and said, what can we do? Our doors are open. So I want to thank the members and the board here at Huntington Country Club. My family has been behind me. As we all know, this job is very demanding on our time. So to go overboard and do some extra things on the outside with the PGA Hope family, they've been very, very accommodating and understanding of my passion for this. They've been behind me 100%. I thank them. The PGA Hope family is very special, and I think once you join this family, you understand the people and how much it means to them just to be recognized and to be given the opportunity to develop and get back to some type of normal life back in society. So it does give them a purpose to get up and a purpose to get going in the day, and we all need that once in a while. Times have been tough, but it's a special thing, and I hope it goes on for a long time. I would wish that more people do get involved and can reap the rewards that we have received over the years, to ourselves.
Congratulations, Jimmy. He's been a leader of Met PGA Hope since the very beginning, and we thank him and Huntington Country Club for allowing Jim to volunteer for PGA Hope training and for hosting veterans at their club. I know Jimmy, and I know that the Hope program means more to him than just about anything in the game, and I know he gets more out of it than he gives. But Jimmy Smoot is one of a kind, and he gives so much of his time, his energy, his inspiration, and he's certainly part of this Hope family, and we thank him for all his dedication and all his time. He's gone beyond the program and become a friend to all the veterans that take part in it, and Jimmy, we love you for it, so thank you so much. Going from Jim Smoot to the Deacon Palmer Award. Now this is another fantastic award that really celebrates someone that has overcome some challenges in their life. And I want to start by saying that Kami Maxfelt has positively impacted so many people in our section. And I'm one of them. She helped me very early in my career, and I'll never forget that. And she's been so giving of her time, and she's one of the most encouraging people I know. And just a fantastic example of a great PGA professional. But in terms of the Deacon Palmer Award, she's had some challenges of late, and we've been praying and we've been feeling for her. But this award bestows special recognition on a PGA golf professional who personally displays outstanding integrity, character, and leadership in the face of serious obstacles in their life. And let me tell you, if anybody can be faced with an obstacle and somehow find something good in it and help people along the way, it's Kami Maxfelt. Let's learn a little bit more about this tremendous woman.
I would describe her as dedicated. She is dedicated to so many aspects of her life. She loves the game of golf. She is very dedicated to her family. She has been very dedicated to the club and the members. So every time that I think about her, I think of how much she loves everybody in her life.
Tenacious. Well, because she's been through such a difficult time recently, but she has stayed at an incredible level in terms of her job and her responsibility to the club, an incredible devotion to her family during this period, and she never really stopped being optimistic and positive about the trials and tribulations through which she's been going.
On April 27th in 2017, I got a call from my doctor, and she said that my blood work wasn't quite right, so I needed to go redo it. They told me that I had CML, which is the kind of, it's a chronic leukemia. When it's an acute leukemia, that means it's not good, but chronic is okay. That just means you're going to live with it the rest of your life. But acute means you're kind of in bad shape. I go on a strict drug for approximately 2.5 years, and we got the levels down, and I take a much smaller dose, and it's not near as much side effects or anything, and my blood levels have all been good since January. But then in May of 2019, I qualified for the Senior Open down at Pine Needles, and I played the practice rounds, and I did all right. You know, I'm feeling okay. And then all of a sudden, I got a headache that wouldn't go away, and it hurt really, really bad. I could barely swing a golf club. I obviously missed the cut, came home, and a dear friend took me to the ER. They did an MRI, and they found that I have a tumor wrapped around my lacrimal gland, which means that I can't cry. And even when my father passed away of leukemia at MSK, it was weird that I couldn't cry out of this eye, but I could out of this eye. And I kind of noticed it, but I didn't think anything of it. And then, so I did chemotherapy in October, November, December, and the tumor actually got bigger instead of going smaller. February 5th, they took the tumor out this year, and then I started radiation in April. 30 days straight. It was really easy the first 4 weeks, and the last 2 weeks were really hard. I was very burned and very tired, and that was the middle of COVID. We opened up with walkers only here, but I still came into work every day because, you know, it was better for me to see people and be around people than to sit at home and wonder what's going to happen. We went through the scans mid-July, and I'm all, they want to say cancer-free, but at the same time, an oncologist will never say you're totally free of cancer. But my mom's been through a lot of cancers, including lymphoma, melanoma, and breast cancer, and aneurysms in her brain, all in the last couple of years. And that, you know, she also has taught me that you never say you're cancer-free. As soon as you do that, something else might happen. But I think that with the faith that my family has, that, you know, we just try to live one day at a time and appreciate what you have now versus, you know, golf used to be so important that I would put my practice and do my drills, and, you know, now it's a little bit more important to call the people that you really love and stay in touch with people more and reach out to the people that might have cancer, because now you understand what they're going through. And it's really put a different light into my daily activities, let's put it that way.
No, it's about perseverance and getting through some tough times in your life. And I think all of us have tough times that we, you know, have to get through. She has gone through, we all say, more than her fair share the last few years. Her father's illness and then passing, her mother's illnesses, and then her own. And she just, I just got the goosebumps. She just keeps going, and she doesn't stop smiling, she doesn't stop working, and she doesn't stop caring for everyone, even when she is the one that needs to be cared for. So she let us help her, which was unusual for her because she doesn't like, she wants to be the one helping all the time. But we all love her so much that we wanted to help.
And in the meantime, all the things that are going on here at Birchwood, really piling on the difficulties of trying to manage all that stuff in her own personal life and keep the golf program here at Birchwood successful and operating so that the members really had a seamless view of what was going on. And but at a certain point she came out with it, and she did inform the members of the seriousness of her situation. And the members jumped all over it, were extremely supportive to help her through the process, getting her own treatments. It was really, you know, Birchwood's a small club, and but our membership is like her family. She said it many, many times. And it was helpful to us to be able to help her.
I'm very thankful for the membership here at Birchwood. So supportive. Before COVID, they gave me so many rides back and forth to the doctors because I could not drive for almost 5 months with this. And so going forward, COVID came and nobody wanted to give me rides anymore. But I will be very honored to say they raised a lot of money for me to have a driver. And that's the kind of people they are. This is not where I work, but this is my family. These people here at Birchwood, I've been here for 18 years, and I do say it's one large family.
For the Met section, she loves this game, and she loves promoting things that are going on at other clubs and other golf courses and other pros, and she really does reach out to so many different areas. She's been doing this a very long time, and she has a lot of great stories and a lot of great friends. So her love of golf is so apparent. Her father also loved the game of golf. That's how she got involved. And watching her tell stories about her father is awesome, you know, because he's no longer here to golf with her, but I know he's with her, you know, when she's out there golfing.
Well, she does have Birchwood in her veins. She's a great teacher. She's a wonderful friend. And I can't imagine coming from where she was to where we are today that anybody would have done a better job.
So there are so many people that have been so helpful during this time in my life. The last 3 years, I can't tell you how many people, including PGA golf pros, that reached out to me. That the only time I ever really saw them were at tournaments. But all of a sudden now they're sending me texts or giving me calls, asking me if they could go get groceries for my mom and I during COVID. They're asking me if they can go walk my dog. You know, things that I never thought that I needed help with, but it was so nice, especially during those winter months when it was so cold and I didn't want to get sick. There are also, the gals in the Met section are also another family. There's no doubt. I mean, we can look back over the years. I've been in this Met section for, I believe, 27 or 28 years. And the group of gals that was here teaching, you know, 20-some years ago is it's a lot different than the girls that are here now, but I'm still here. And so is Wendy Modick and Angela Lente and CJ Reeves. And, you know, I could keep naming, there's 6 or 7 of us that are now, quote, seniors in the senior division. But even the younger ones, you know, the Jessica and the Ambers and the Sarahs, the bottom line is they reach out to me too and ask if there's anything they can do or give me rides. I just say thank you very, very much, including Jeff. Jeff Voorhees has reached out to me several times and just checked on me, you know, and there's no doubt the PGA of America in the Met section, I can say Birchwood's a family, I can say the gals in the section are a family, and I can say the entire Met PGA is a family. Well, obviously I have a lot of families to thank, but my own family has been incredible. I have a mother that came here to Connecticut from Missouri and literally has taken care of me for 3 years. I find that, you know, I haven't had to do any laundry. I don't cook. She just has done everything she could to make sure that I got better and that I could still keep going on my job. And even taking care of my dog. She takes good care of my dog. And my sister, who is never have any health issues, and but she owns her own business called cuteandcomfy.com. It's a shoe store, very successful in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank goodness for my niece. My sister was able to travel here 17 times in 2019. She came back and forth this year during COVID, I believe, 2 or 3 times, and helped us out with some of our surgeries that my mom had to have. So to get on a plane that many times, I'd say my family's been a big part of this also. You know, we want to continue to make, you know, it makes you want to give awareness to people how important it is for cancer research, how important it is to go give blood. Leukemia hit 2 of us, and you know, I saw those bags of plasma come, you know, waiting 5-6 hours for it, you know, stuff like that people aren't even aware of until you do it. And, you know, you just don't know what it's like until you're going through it. And it means a lot that, you know, that I guess friends and family have recognized how tough it's been, but it's also very humbling to even be in this position because, you know, the only thing I can get out of it or that we want to say is that we want to make people aware of how important it is to raise money for cancer research and to go give blood.
Cammie, thank you so much. I watched that. I know you may have some difficulty crying, but I have a feeling there are a lot of folks on this call that are doing it quite easily after that video. So incredible stuff. How lucky is Birchwood? How lucky is the Met section? And I'm just one of so many that you have positively impacted throughout your career. So we are all lucky. Player, teacher, manager, friend, pioneer. And as I'm watching this, I realize this Deacon Palmer Award is not really an award for you. It's really an award for us. We get to hear your story and help understand how strong you've been, and it's inspirational. So we all thank you for motivating us and inspiring us. Your strength is just incredible. So thank you, Cammie Maxfeld. We're going to move on now from the Deacon Palmer Award to the Horton Smith Award. And this award recognizes the PGA professional who is the model educator of PGA golf professionals. This award is designed to give special recognition to an individual PGA professional for outstanding and continuing contributions to professional education. This is someone that's generally at the absolute cutting edge in terms of education and instruction, but not only interested in staying sharp themselves, but in sharing it with others. And this man has done that so well. We want to thank Michael Jacobs of Rock Hill. He is the Horton Smith Award winner for 2020. And we have a video to hear a little bit more from Mike Jacobs.
I really appreciate everybody who let me win this award. I've been fortunate enough to do all kinds of golf research with Dr. Stephen Nesbitt, who's the world's most famous golf researcher. In 2014, he and I started our own company together, and we do all kinds of golf research, and just naturally that type of research has helped out the fellow professional and understand what happens in a golf swing and improves their teaching. So we continue to publish all kinds of stuff, and we're glad to see that other members are enjoying the information. The education part is the most important thing for a young PGA professional. Even, it doesn't even matter if you're younger or you're older. It's continuing to get better at what you do. And modern technology and smart people like Dr. Nesbitt helping us out, figuring out exactly what golfers do, and now we're going to be putting out exactly what's happening within the body of the golfer. We'll see what's happening inside their joints of the body, and how force transmission goes through the body will only help you as a golf teacher. So if I can inspire you at all, it would be to continue to learn as much as you can. It feels great. I mean, it's always nice to be recognized, and I appreciate all the people who followed along with our stuff and likes to attend our educational events. It's very appreciative. Thank Dr. Nesbitt, thank everybody in the Met section who put the nomination in there, and I look forward to sharing more information with members. This is just the beginning for us, so we always feel like we have a lot of work to do, so we shall continue.
By the way, I am very interested in that putter. I'm going to have to talk to Michael about that later, but congratulations, Michael Jacobs, a former teacher of the year here in the Met section, and it's obvious why. He is at the cutting edge of instruction, and yes, Dr. Nesbitt is a smart guy, but Jacobs is so sharp. And more important than that, as far as I'm concerned, is his willingness to share all his knowledge with his colleagues in the Met section. He is always available. He's such a noted author, a noted expert when it comes to the golf swing, and he shares all that knowledge with the rest of the section. So Michael, we can't thank you enough, and congratulations again. We are now going to move from the Horton Smith Award to the Bill Strasbaugh Award. And this award is designed to recognize PGA professionals who, by their day-to-day efforts, have distinguished themselves by mentoring fellow PGA professionals and improving employment situations through their service to the community. We are very blessed here in the Met section to have Jonathan Gold on our team, and I mean that in so many different ways. He's not only a great PGA professional and just a wonderful person, but he gives of his time so much. He's really dedicated to helping all of us improve our employment situations. A selfless man. Let's find out a little bit more about Jonathan Gold.
One word to describe Jonathan Gold is dedicated. At the start of his PGA professional career, he was dedicated to Rick Meskel and the members at Meadowbrook Club, where he was mentored by another Bill Strasbaugh Award recipient. And then from there, he's been dedicated to PGA professionals in our section and helping us grow PGA Junior League, in initiating and elevating Met PGA Hope, and now as a career consultant, and every day helping to elevate the careers and the employment of PGA professionals, not only here in the Met section, but also in New Jersey and Philadelphia sections as well.
Passion. He's had a passion to elevate his fellow PGA professional all his career, not only as a PGA professional himself, but as a player development manager, and today in his role as an employment consultant for the PGA of America.
The one word I would use to describe Jonathan Gold is relentless. He is relentless in his pursuit of support of the PGA member. He is relentless in his efforts to advance compensation for PGA members. And ultimately, he is relentless in his support for the Met PGA as a whole and all of the ideals and initiatives that storied section stands for.
Thoughtful. He made a very positive impact on all of the individuals he worked with and was so well thought of by the membership, his peers, and the extended team. The manner in which he conducted himself made him very easy to like and to be around. He had an innate ability to consider different approaches to handle an environment with people who had different motivations. He was smart, very well organized, and genuine in his activities.
When Jonathan launched PGA Junior League here in the Met section, we started with 4 teams. Today we have over 150 teams in the Met section that just continue to highlight the impact the PGA professional can have at their area golf clubs, and that's a testament to Jonathan's dedication from day one. Back in 2015, Jonathan was an integral part of launching PGA Hope here in the Met section. He laid the groundwork both for the curriculum and the structure of the program that's led to its continued success today. I think for Jonathan and myself, probably the best memory we'll have of our careers is that first graduating class of PGA Hope, and seeing it all come to fruition and seeing the impact that we had on the veterans through the simple game of golf.
The description of the Bill Strasbaugh Award talks about day-to-day mentorship of fellow PGA professionals, helping them improve their current employment situations and in service to the community. And clearly Jonathan does all those things every day. And it's not so much that he does it, but it's the way that he does it. It's that care that he has for every individual, for working tirelessly to cultivate new opportunities, and certainly to distribute that information, spread the word, and even identify individuals that he knows may be looking or that he thinks he can help. And there's just so much care for all the individuals, as I said, for cultivating new opportunities, and of course then also for helping individuals with their current situation, be it a new contract or trying to increase their responsibilities, etc. It's a day-to-day passion for him, and it's wonderful to watch.
The focus on mentorship and community and charitable involvement are the main criteria of this award, and Jonathan has consistently checked all the boxes. His journey started back in 2008 at the Meadowbrook Club, taking the lead with the junior fundraiser exhibition match benefiting Met PGA Junior Golf. The fundraiser for junior golf continues annually.
Jonathan is well deserving of the Bill Strasbaugh Award. The qualities of coach truly are emblematic in Jonathan's life and day-to-day duties. His efforts this year in really diving into something that was out of bounds of the career services team, and in navigating the government loans and taking upon himself to lead that effort on our team and ultimately help members do what he tries to do most, which is put more money in members' pockets. And I'm extremely proud of Jonathan and the work he does every day. And I know that I'd be proud if I was a member of the Met PGA to have Jonathan Gold representing me. And I know that Marissa and Reese are proud to have him as the leader of their family. And congratulations, Jonathan, well deserved.
Jonathan's transition to his role as career consultant here in the Met section also coincided with Charlie Robson's retirement after a decorated career of great success in employment and club relations here in the area. And what's been so impressive has been Jonathan's ability to enhance what this section had done so well for so long, while also identifying areas that we can improve. I'm so thankful for everything that he's done. I congratulate him on this honor, and I'm glad he's on the team, and I look forward to working together with him for many years to come.
You will surely see Jonathan front and center, very much giving back to the community with all of our section's programs. His efforts in all of these areas over a long period of time are a real testament to his willingness to be involved as an active contributor. His knowledge is abundant, and his ability to share with the section members creates a real value for all of us in the section. Jonathan, thank you for all you have done and continue to do on behalf of the members and staff of the Met section. Well done, my friend.
So first and foremost, thank you very much. I humbly accept the 2020 Bill Strasbaugh Award on behalf of the Metropolitan PGA section. It's just surely a surreal experience, and one that needs a lot of thanks, because surely it takes a village. From my very first PGA professionals, Bobby Basilico and Pat Morris, at Town of Oyster Bay Golf Course from when I was 15 years old, up until Rick Meskel, who I consider a father figure in my life. Just a tremendous professional, tremendous man. And obviously Charlie Robson, who has been a mentor for myself in this section from day one. My family, my wife Marissa, who's been a fantastic wife, mother, and just someone in my life that continues to push me to become the best version of me. So I obviously owe her a great deal of thanks. To my PGA of America family, Scott Kimmick, who's the Senior Director of Career Services, special thanks go out to Scott for letting me do what I feel is right, and making relationships with PGA professionals and employers and how it works in the Metropolitan PGA and also District 2. Also owe thanks to my teammates as well, and then frankly the PGA professionals in the section. I learn from you every single day, and it is just a blessing and an honor to learn from the very best in the world. And if I can just give back a little bit of the things that I learned from you to other professionals, ultimately we're all going to be in a better place. So thank you for being the best in the world at what you are and what you do day in and day out. Surely it's amazing. So again, it takes a village. I consider myself extremely lucky to be here with everyone and the section staff as well. We have a tremendous section staff that's all supporting one another, and some initiatives that have come out of the way in the past couple of years that have grown leaps and bounds. I remember the day when PGA Junior League Golf started and we had 4 teams, and now look where it is now, just because of section involvement and you, the PGA professionals, and PJ Hope and Kelly Clayton and Kaylin Sabay and all the wonderful things that the section has rallied around to make other lives better. That's truly what it's about. I had the privilege to listen to Bill Strasbaugh speak a little bit about this award, and truly it's just an effort award, and it takes everyone. So I humbly accept this award, but please, this is everybody in our village and family together. So it's truly special, and thank you.
Well, I said it as we headed into the award. He is a selfless man and truly a special member of the Met section. And one of the reasons I love these award ceremonies is we get to find out a little bit more about each of these recipients. And when you think of how involved Jonathan has been over the years assisting with the creation of PGA Junior League here in our section, his help with PGA Hope, he's not only helping with these programs, he's participating in them. He's there, he's volunteering. And the 2 words that continue to come to me are commitment and service. And he has given so much to all of us. He takes no credit, but deserves so much. And we can't thank you enough, Jonathan, for all you do for the section and for all the professionals in it. You are special, my friend. Thank you and congratulations. We're now going to move to an award that I'll describe, but it should be pretty obvious. This is Teacher of the Year. And as I read through this, I would invite everybody to stand up, move around a little bit, and then sit back down, because we've got a real important person here to celebrate. This Teacher of the Year award is designed to recognize a PGA professional who is an outstanding teacher of golf. And he is one who sets himself above the typical, because this award is based on overall performance in teaching, unusual, innovative, and special teaching programs initiated or implemented, articles published, and also outstanding golfers that this professional has instructed. But it goes deeper than that. This award also honors player development. It also involves junior player development. Teacher of the Year in the Met section is a very, very important award. Obviously, playing and teaching, very important pillars of what the Met section is all about. And no one represents that more on the instruction side than Dan Tisvanis. And Dan also has a last name that may be mispronounced more than mine, although that's not a notable thing to talk about. Let's hear about some notable things about Dan Tisvanis of Rolling Hills.
The word I have used in reference to Dan on many occasions is savior, and I mean that literally. Dan is the reason I still play golf. So I was going to quit playing golf because I wasn't getting any better. In fact, I was getting worse. And as Dan always says, practice doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent. I was getting worse, I was frustrated, and I found myself thinking, why am I doing this? No one is paying me to play golf. This is what I'm doing on my leisure time, and it is making me miserable. And Dan recognized that, and he completely changed my game. And in so doing, he completely changed my life. I have traveled all over the world playing this game. I have developed incredibly important and meaningful relationships in my life. The relationships that I have with a group of friends that I travel with have become so much deeper and more meaningful because of our mutual love of the game of golf, and I owe all of that to Dan.
I'd describe Dan as outgoing. On and off the range, he's a pal. He knows what he's doing, and everyone says hi to him, he says hi back, he's friendly. Couldn't ask for a better coach.
Well, I've known Dan for, 30 years. First time I met him, he was as professional as they come, a gentleman, and for the 17 years I've been at Rolling Hills, he's been that same guy. We all try and emulate Dan. I find myself teaching his methods in my lesson because I get a sneak preview of him. Every time he gives a lesson, I'm listening all the time to him. And he's got many years of experience. I always pick his brains before my tournaments, and I know my staff does too. And certainly our members here, right before our club championship, before the Governor's Cup, they look for Dan the night before. He's the man to go to. And I certainly like to go to him too as well. So he's been a tremendous asset here. So well deserving of this award, and I'm so happy for him.
So what makes Dan such a great teacher is that he teaches golf in English. And what I mean by that is, I had taken a lot of lessons from a lot of different people before I met Dan, and they all speak golf. They speak this language that half the time I'm not 100% sure I understand, and I think I'm not alone in that. They're talking about swing plane and all these different things that are terms that you hear from the announcers on television, but when practically applied to me, I don't even know that I understood what they were saying. But I don't want to stop a lesson to say, pardon me, but what do you mean by your terminology? So I think half the time, whatever it is they were trying to teach me, I wasn't getting. Dan teaches golf in English. He uses language that I understand, that anyone will understand. And he gives little tips, again, in ways that non-golf experts will understand.
He deserves this award because he's been doing this for years. He knows what he's doing, and he keeps you engaged in a lesson, from telling stories to cracking jokes. He'll keep you focused. Dan brought me from a 20 handicap just last May to a .5 handicap now. He's fine-tuned my short game, and he's given me the resources I need to put in the hours and put into practice.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of working with Dan. I've had a front row seat to watch him teach for 17 years. It's well deserved, and I've known that for years. I'm just glad the Metropolitan PGA recognized the same way I did. I witnessed for 17 years, so it's just good for Rolling Hills. Certainly good for me, but so well deserving for Dan Tisvanis, such a professional and a true gentleman in every sense of the word for all the years I've ever known him.
He's just about the sweetest person you'll ever meet in your entire life. I mean, he is beloved by every member of our community at Rolling Hills Country Club and well beyond. He's just an incredibly important friend. I don't even know how to I don't have too many people in my life whose relationship I value more than I value my relationship with Dan, and we don't really socially know each other. And I think that I probably can comfortably say that for just about every member of our club at Rolling Hills. He has transformed so many people's games, and in that regard, I think in a meaningful way transformed their lives.
Anyone would be lucky to get a lesson from Dan. He's the best.
Well, it's a tremendous honor. I've been a student of the game my whole life, and to receive this award. It's just a tremendous honor for me to follow so many great pros that have been honored as Teacher of the Year. Makes me very proud. One of the coolest things about winning this award is now I get to thank a lot of the people that have been great to me. First of all, I'd like to thank the selection committee for selecting me as the 2020 Met Teacher of the Year. I really appreciate it. I'd also like to congratulate all the other special award winners, so congratulations to all of them. I'd like to thank the members at Rolling Hills who've been so supportive of me over the years and who have helped me in my career. I'd like to thank my fellow professionals at Rolling Hills, Brian Crocker and Mike DiMeglio. I really appreciate their support, their help, their hard work, their dedication, and the talent that they bring to Rolling Hills every day. And I'd like to thank our head professional, Ray Ford, for his help, for his support, all of his hard work, all of his support, his hard work and dedication that he brings to the club every single day. So thanks to Ray. I want to thank my family. I want to thank my parents, my brothers, Jim and Mike. I've been blessed to have grown up in a golfing family. So just thanks so much for what they've done for me over the years. And I want to thank my fiancée, Gail Brudner, for all of her love and support and her patience. The life of a PGA professional is not always an easy one. So she's been very patient, and I really appreciate all of her love and support. I'd also like to thank Jeff Voorhees and his staff at the Met PGA. I really appreciate what they do, not only for PGA members, but for the juniors, for the PGA Hope program. I really appreciate everything you all do. And thank you to the members at Rolling Hills. They've been so supportive of me during my career, and I really appreciate every one of them. Thank you.
Dan, congratulations on a much-deserved recognition and honor. I've known you longer than most. That lesson I had with you at Rock Rimmon so many years ago, you've helped my game enormously over the years. I honestly, every time I think on the golf course about that lesson from last year where you gave me permission to transfer my weight all the way back and forth, I honestly think about that every time I play now. You're a great teacher, a great friend, and congratulations.
I'm one of Dan's pupils, and never played a lot as a kid, but at the age of 69, I'm playing the best golf of my life, and I attribute it mostly to Dan's instruction and patience and competence. It's been a lot of fun getting there, and I hope we have a few more years to engage and help me get a little better. So thank you, Dan, and congratulations. Well deserved.
Congratulations, it's quite an accomplishment. I'm not surprised by it. You're a wonderful instructor, you're amazing, and I just wanted to thank you. You made some small little critiques with my game, and I'm so happy, and thank you so much, Dan. It's always been a pleasure. Best of luck.
You always have that infectious smile, Dan. Your personality is great. You help us both a lot in our game. We really appreciate it, but this is no surprise that you win this accomplishment. Good for you, man. Congratulations.
Last year, I told my husband that I wasn't going to get back into golf unless I fixed my fade on my drive. Dan, you not only helped me fix the fade on my drive, but now I can also beat my husband. You're the man. Congratulations.
Congrats, Coach Dan, Coach of the Year 2020. Amazing. I love taking lessons with you. You get great images instead of being too technical, which is better to remember. And I just want you to take a psychiatric degree so you can help me in my head now. Although all the stories you tell about your own experience are just amazing. Keep doing it like this. I love working with you, and I hope to see you soon on the range. Cheers.
Congratulations. So happy for you. Love being able to learn from the best. I swear I'll never walk by a shadow in the grass without thinking of you, and really looking forward to learning even more. So again, congratulations for an honor so well deserved.
Hello, this is Ted Weissman, personally congratulating Dan Cisvanis, Danny T,
my instructor and many other people's instructor, for winning the Metropolitan PGA 2020 Teacher of the Year Award. I can tell you that Dan is not just an instructor, he's a coach. He helps me with many things besides simply where is the grip and where do you stand with ball placement, things like visualizing the shot and course management and strategy. Dan, thanks very much. I appreciate all your help. And by the way, I'd like to figure out the guy who took my name, my initials, off the hat and made a lot of money.
Dan, you're the man. Congrats on your award. Congrats, Dan.
Just wanted to say congratulations on a well-deserved award. I had been reading this stuff here, but after all these years with you, I realize you're the man. So thanks and congratulations.
Hey Dan, it's Don Lohman. You don't even realize this, but about 4 years ago, you helped me win the Senior Club Championship without saying a single word. I saw a picture of you with a perfect release with your head back, somewhere near the locker room bulletin board.
Hey Dan, congratulations on the Metropolitan PGA Teacher of the Year Award. You're the best diagnosis, swing doctor, mental coach. You do it all for us. Thank you very much.
Thanks Dan, and for all your help and wisdom on how to think through my golf game.
But you helped him too much.
Hey Dan, congrats. I always love spending time with you, and you have an incalculable amount of lessons, not only in golf, but in life. So congrats, and I'll see you in a few weeks.
Dan, B. Large here. Congrats on your award.
Dan, a heartfelt congratulations on the prestigious award of Met PGA Teacher of the Year. Well deserved. It's truly wonderful to be one of your students. You've changed my swing, you've changed my approach to the game, and the results have been outstanding.
Dan, great video there. I hope everybody can hear me. What an impressive group of people that you've been teaching. That's just awesome right there. Young, old, men, women, you've had great impact on the game. I've known you for a long time, certainly have played a lot of golf with you through the years, and I've heard a lot of stories about the students you've taught through the years. So congratulations on an amazing honor, not only to you, but to everyone there at Rolling Hills. I am here, everybody. Hello, Carl here. Just wanted to spend a minute and welcome our PGA Professional of the Year. Just a quick highlight, the PGA Professional of the Year Award is designed to recognize the working PGA professional whose total contributions to the game best exemplify the complete PGA professional. And I can assure you our PGA Professional of the Year is a complete professional. He's basically the busiest PGA professional I know. He puts more miles on his car than anyone you know. Brian Kroll, he has amazing, great ideas. He's always got multiple balls in the air that he's working on. And, you know, it's just amazing whether he's doing the Sirius XM radio show down in New York City, whether he's director of golf at the Osiris Country Club, whether he's broadcasting for NBC or CBS. He could be at the PGA Championship. He could be at a Ryder Cup, or he could be at the Masters at any one time. He could be attending a PGA Hope program. He writes books and he plays in a band. He's an amazing father, an amazing husband, and he's a leader in the Met PGA. That is for sure. Brian is now back at the Osiris, where his grandmother got him introduced in the game in about 1983, and where he and Wendy were married in about 1990. So welcome home there, Brian. You know, he hosted an amazing tournament this year, and next year he's going to be raising a toast with his own family brand of whiskey. Tonight, we toast Brian Kroll, who's our Met PGA Professional of the Year.
If there was one word to describe Brian Kroll, it would be a leader, in every sense of the word. He has always been the first to step up to donate his time to help make the PGA logo shine a little brighter in any way possible. Brian's commitment and passion for the Metropolitan section and the PGA of America is an example for all of our assistants and professionals to follow. His journey began Playing on the junior tour, he became a PGA professional. He joined our board of directors, got elevated to president of our association, and today is being honored with one of our highest awards for the Met PGA. And if that's not a testament to what our association is all about, I don't know what is.
One word to describe Brian Kroll is yes. Brian's talent and determination open a lot of doors for him. It kind of imparts a responsibility on him, and he accepts it gladly. There's not an MC job or a volunteer opportunity or leadership within the section, of course, as our recent president, that Brian says no to. In fact, it's often at his own detriment, and certainly with some good-natured ribbing from the people close to him, just about the schedule that he keeps and how he's always on the move. But it's in the name of, again, the acceptance of that responsibility and in improving and elevating and doing whatever he can do to promote golf, the Met section, the PGA of America, and the professional golf.
I would say he's just awesome. From day one, he's been more than anything we could have expected here at Osiris. We're just so pleased and honored to have him here as our pro.
Dedicated. He is meticulous. He has the utmost passion for our industry, and it's been a privilege to be a part of working with someone like him. In years past, I have not had that here, but with him, it's night and day. And the membership sees it, I see it. There's just a better feeling towards camaraderie here, and it's been great. It really has been.
It's a saint to be able to take on 12 little kids an hour and a half on a Tuesday and an hour and a half on a Thursday, and manage them and watch them and teach them.
And they love it, and they get so much from it. My kids are in it. They love it.
We look forward to seeing Brian.
Yeah, great coach.
To me, it just helped my golf game. Never before. I got from being okay to being very, very, very good. I will not change it for nothing.
I've worked with a lot of fantastic professionals throughout my career, and Brian is by far one of the best, if not the best. One thing that they should know about him is, again, he's a very dedicated individual who cares about this industry, cares about the people from the top down, whether it be someone who's out here filling divots or someone who's just coming onto the golf course for the first time and trying to learn the game. He understands how to grow the game, and I'm very fortunate for him to be here.
Brian has raised the level of credibility to this club. Since he's been here, we've gotten people from other clubs wanting to check out our membership rates and come back here because the buzz is we have Brian Kroll. He's just a pro's pro. Everything he does is for the benefit of this club, from the youth leagues with the children right on up to lessons. He's got a unique and uncanny ability to evaluate a person's swing, which I personally experienced. In a 2-second swing, he knew my history, my swing, everything. And he always likes to use the words baby steps. And he gave me simple yet effective ways to correct my swing. And I'm seeing the results out on the course. And all the other players that are taking lessons from him are saying the same thing. And the buzz around the Hudson Valley is we've got the pro.
So when you look at the Met PGA Professional of the Year, it's one of the top honors that the association bestows. And it's almost always based on a full body of work, and for Brian, it's just that. It's this progression over a career from assistants association involvement, committee chairs, both at the section and national level, board of directors, president of the section. And I use the word progression because it's this, Brian seems to take what's available to him, give it 200%, and then tackle the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And onward to, TV broadcaster, author, all these platforms where Brian has just been able to continue to be an incredible ambassador for the game, for the Met section, and for the PGA of America. And I think that's why Brian's receiving this award today. It's that ambassadorship, and he's done it just so admirably. And again, I don't think the Met section could have a better person out there sort of leading the charge, flying the flag, and being that great ambassador for the Metropolitan PGA.
Brian's dedication to the veterans of the PGA Hope program over the last few years has been a true inspiration to watch. He's donated his time not only as an instructor, but as a friend and a mentor to so many of our veterans, and has made a difference in their lives.
Everybody, my opinion, everybody should be like him. That's just how I feel. Well, the world would be better with people like him around.
Brian, I just want to say I'm so darn happy for you. You're just such a credit to just about everything you do. I mean, the Met section, the game of golf, our industry, broadcasting, what you've been able to bring to your membership, to your constituents, to your organization there in the Met area, what you brought to Major Championship Golf with a PGA professional perspective. Extraordinary stuff. You know, sometimes people say I sound a lot like you. That's one of my favorite compliments I ever get. I keep trying to achieve that status by more and more people. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to keep trying to replicate that. And I'm extremely, seriously proud of you because you're an awesome guy. Congratulations, Brian. You deserve it.
The selfish way that Brian has given of himself has made such an impact on our veterans, our professionals, and our staff, and there's not enough ways to thank him for all that he has shared with us.
One thing people don't necessarily focus on is that Brian's presidency coincided with Charlie Robson's retirement. And you know, in a time, again, Charlie's success and leadership of this section is very well documented, known over 40 years. And for a time that could have been pretty tumultuous and pretty bumpy, there was Brian and his steady leadership, his constant communication with myself and the rest of our team, and maybe goes a little bit unrecognized what Brian did to kind of hold everyone together in those few years following Charlie's retirement. Brian has a tremendous knack for putting a modern and fun twist on things, while still somehow managing to preserve like the history and the traditions of golf and of the Met section. And I just think that's one of the really fun and cool things about Brian is he's always looking to make things interesting, to be creative, to come up with new ideas, and yet somehow he still is able to do it in a way that isn't overly radical or off the wall. And it's just such a tribute to the way he thinks, his sort of progressive attitude, and at the end of the day, Brian Kroll's all about fun.
That's a sweet logo right there.
First of all, I want to say it's far easier to present awards like this than it is to receive them. This is a great honor, and I want to thank everyone on the selection committee and all my friends and colleagues in the Met section of the PGA. You are the first folks I want to thank for this, because I want to share it with the best section in the country, and that's the Met section. And we're very fortunate to work here, and I got to tell you, the staff we have working for us, you heard from Jeff and Kelly, but everyone on our staff is absolutely incredible, and I thank all of them for their help and dedication throughout the years. Also, I certainly want to mention all the mentors and inspirations and motivators throughout my career, but I don't have time. We can't go through all of that, but I have to hit a few. I want to start with Jim O'Mara, who was my employer at Sleepy Hollow Country Club. He encouraged me to get involved with the section, to get involved with leadership and section activities, and it really paid off, and I thank you for that, Jim. Also, in terms of clubs, every place I've worked has given me something. I've learned from every step of the process, but in recent years, I certainly want to thank Silo Ridge Field Club, Mike Meldman, the Discovery Land Company. They gave me incredible responsibility, but still the freedom to pursue my passion of leadership within the section, so I thank them for that opportunity. Mike Meldman, Casey Paulson, couldn't have done this without you. Also, right now, I'm at a beautiful new course, Osiris Country Club, so thanks to Bill Richards and the membership here. They are so supportive. It's such a great group of people, and this is where I first learned to play golf, so it's kind of a full circle return to home, so to speak, and it's nice to be back. I'm looking forward to 2021. I've also had a great opportunity to be involved in the media. So you saw some words from my mentor and inspiration in the media field, Jim Nance, who is fantastic. Jim, I thank you so much for continuing to inspire me and do the great work you do. But thanks to CBS, to ESPN, to SiriusXM, and Frank Darby, also to Golf Channel, NBC. It's been a privilege to be able to call Major Championship Golf as a PGA Club professional, and I hope I've made all of you proud doing that. My sponsors, Callaway Golf has been phenomenal. Vineyard Vines, Loft Links down in New York City. I thank all of you for supporting Brian Kroll. I also want to thank all the assistants I've had over the years. I want to thank the superintendents, the chefs, the GMs, everybody at the clubs and facilities I've worked at. You've all had a hand in bringing me to this point. But no one had as much of a hand in this as family. So first to Mom and Dad, my sister and I, we won the lottery, and we were able to learn from the absolute best. We had the ultimate role models, the best mentors. My mother and my father were absolutely the best. Mom continues to be, and Dad, this one is for you. And he would want me to share it with the whole family. So let me move on to my wife. I think we all know the hours that a club professional keeps. You tend to miss some things, some family functions, some barbecues and Little League, and I am blessed to have Wendy Kroll there covering all those bases. And we just hit our 30-year anniversary mark, and I love you as much as it was day one, and I couldn't do any of this without you, honey. So I share this with you, and certainly with our three great kids, Kevin, Casey, Christina. We are so proud of you kids. It's just incredible. I can't say, we don't have enough time for me to go through my pride for the kids. And there's an additional kid, Lily, who by now has married my son Kevin, so we have a new member of the family, and I want to welcome her in as well. Ultimately, there is no sport that can do more good than golf. I'm excited to be a part of it. This award means the world to me, and I encourage all of you to get involved in the section and do everything you can for the people who need your help. But ultimately, this award to me is about family, so I dedicate it to all the Krolls, and to all of you, have a great winter, and I look forward to seeing you in 2021.
Wow, Brian, what a great video that was. Just awesome to hear all the things that people said about you, and to have Jim Nance do a shout out to you. Very cool. You know, you've had an amazing career. This is a well-deserved honor. PGA Professional of the Year for us. It's just awesome. You know, looking at all the things you've done, you've had an amazing career, but we know it's not over. I know within the next week or two, you're going to be calling any one of us about some idea you had to move the section forward and to grow the game. So congratulations to you and to your family. To Wendy, I've known you a long time, and you're always working hard, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Carl. And thanks to everyone for hanging in there for this program. It means a lot to all of us, and I couldn't be prouder to win this award, and I'm not going to go on any further, but a quick note about Carl Alexander, who is stepping down as president to make way for the section is in such great hands. And Carl, I thank you for not only those kind words, but also all the great service you've given our section. You've brought us through a very challenging year here. So thank you so much to you and the board. And again, I want to thank the whole staff for their help with this incredible production. It's just another example of how incredible this team at the Met Section office is. We are so blessed to have all of you. Just to close things out, again, thanks to everyone for watching. I hope that learning a little bit more about the award winners can motivate you and inspire you a little bit. It's always been a great motivator for me, and to be in the position of Professional of the Year is just, it's crazy. But I thank the selection committee, thanks to the special awards committee, and really just everybody enjoy the power of golf. I mean, there's so many great things we can do with this sport, and I wish you all a very happy winter and off season, and let's attack 2021 and keep the great ideas flowing. Again, thanks for joining us on this very special edition of the Met Section Awards ceremony. We hope next time it's in person, but until then, thanks again for watching, and God bless.